What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Rockets Hits and Heartbreaks. We're back for another week here, and we kind of had some topical discussions the last couple of weeks on the show. We'll have another one here as we kind of look at two tickets, one hit, one heartbreak. Same idea with both of them, singling a horse that we thought was, going to be impossible to beat. We didn't really care if it was a heavy favorite or not. We weren't going to go against the horse. Both singles won. Both times we did it, but one time was a cash and one time was a heartbreak. So let's get to it now. And if you follow the Rockets, you know all about both of these. So we'll start with the heartbreak. Let me put it up on the screen. So we're going to go to Wednesday. This should be Wednesday, May 1st, Churchill Downs, late pick 5. Let me put the late pick 5 ticket up on the screen for you there. This was races 6 through 10. Both these sequences we're going to talk about had a heavy single, or excuse me, a heavy favorite that I thought was a single. So anytime, like I said, we've kind of went over the process of handicapping a pick 5, and you go through what I do, go through all the races, and if you see that horse, it's like, oh, that horse isn't losing. Okay, now we'll build out and around through that horse. So next was the horse that was running on Wednesday. He's a marathon dirt horse. If you don't know him, he was in the third leg. So boom, right there. That's my single. Didn't really think about it, any other way. So, okay, build out a ticket under $100 with next single. So that's what I did here. So let's go through it quickly, and then we'll kind of talk about overall what happened. Start off with 4, 5, 6, and 9. So $96 ticket here. 4, 5, 6, and 9 in the first race. So pretty easy winner there with the 9, and off to a good start. 1 for 1. You go to the next leg. We use the 1, the 2, the 5, and the 8. It comes in 8, 5, 2, 1. So really spot on there, and got 11-26 winner home instead of the favorite, the 2 horse there. So feeling very good through 2 legs, knowing now, okay, we got to root for the chalk to come home in leg 3. And not only did the chalk come home, but it was a no doubt, just an easy win. Couldn't have been any easier. One thing I want to point out about this horse, now again, if you have a strong opinion, now if you handicap this race with next and you said, I don't think he's winning, then this isn't for you. But if you handicap this or a race, or if you bought the Rockets, let's say, and you see a situation where we have a horse singled, or in your mind, you're saying, I'm going to single this horse. He can't lose. And you get to the post and this horse is around even money, there's no problem playing a win wager. Because in my opinion, if you're singling a horse, and it's not, say, a forced single, right, where it's like, this is such a tough sequence, I got to take a stand somewhere, and then we'll go from there. That's kind of a forced single. But if you handicap a 5-race set and you say, hey, I found a horse here that this horse isn't losing, and then you get to the post and that horse is even money, it's okay to bet a win on this as well, right? Now, look, the sequence we're going to talk about next, horse was 2 to 5 that we singled. Hey, nah, don't worry about it. But if you really believe that strongly in your single, even money's okay. Sometimes you taking an even money price is okay. Of course, next did go off technically at 4 to 5. It paid $3.94 on a $2 wager to win there. So 3 for 3, and like I said, both these singles that we're going to talk about today won very easily. This one, obviously, just an easy win. Coming off that layoff, didn't matter. Very easy victory for next. So 3 for 3, and this is where things got fun. So for at least 30 minutes. So 4, 6, 7 in the next leg. The 4 and the 6 were 2 favorites, and then the 7. I really liked the 7, Joe Shiesty, in this spot. Coming out of Turfway, a lot of speed. Broke well, took the lead, and then you're just praying this horse holds on, because you are going to get juiced up for the last leg of this, and it's going to pay huge. Joe Shiesty does. He takes him gate to wire, got a little tired late, but was able to hold on. And then all of a sudden you're 4 for 4, and you get a $61 winner in the leg where you went 3 deep. And so a lot of times I think those Turfway horses do kind of get a little bit ignored when they come to the quote-unquote bigger track of Churchill Downs. But you got to remember, Turfway plays pretty well at Churchill. Whether they run on the dirt or the turf, it usually plays pretty well. So you kind of, if their speed figures kind of fit and you kind of like their running style, you like their replays, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to play them. So to review this, we do get the single home. And then, pretty much a $3 or a 3 to 1 winner there, a 4 to 1 winner there, or 9 to 2 winner. got the single, and then this is your big payout. So for me, just feeling great. 40 going in the last leg, 4, 5, 9, and 11. And we scroll down here, and wouldn't you know it, the 4 and the 11 finish second and third. The 12 gets the job done. Absolute heartbreaking ticket that does not cash here. You scroll down, $9,500 for this one. The horses we were alive to here, 4, 5, 9, 11, all paying $10,000 or more. So, if the 4 comes in, I think it was about 11 grand that was lost. And so, $96 was lost, but yeah, 11 grand potential there. And the 4 and the 11 both ran pretty well. 11 got to go on a list a little bit too late. 4 tried his best to hold on and just couldn't. So there you have just a huge heartbreak where you get your single home and you get a 30-1 basically, or I think Joe Shiesty was 28-1 technically, or 29-1, but yeah, that was tough to swallow, no doubt about it. Trying to open up that Kentucky Derby week with the Rockets and a huge score there, and just barely missed it. So, looking back on it, the 12 was not a horse that I had a ton of interest in playing. Did kind of have that horse around, maybe could have used it here or there, but I don't have a ton of regrets. I wanted to try to beat the 12, who I thought would be a little bit too short of a price. And, sometimes you just don't like a horse, and then you get in this situation, you're like, man, why didn't I just play 5 or 6 or 7 here, right? But end of the day, hindsight's 2020. Would have been nice to cash that one. Did not get it done, and it was definitely there for us. All right, let's go to a little bit of a better topic here. Churchill Downs Saturday, of course, Kentucky Derby Day. Let's go to the pick 5 races 3 through 7. If you bought the betting Bible, this was also in this as well. Same exact ticket. Let's go through it. And so this time, $96 ticket here, and the single was Mind Frame, a horse I liked the best out of all the 27 races that were ran on Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks Day. And Mind Frame gets it done very easy. So start off the sequence with a single here. Another very easy one to get to. All right, so you keep on going through, and now, of course, you do need prices. 1, 2, 6, 11, and the next. So there's a good price to start. 1302 for strong quality. So you feel pretty good. A lot of people are going to single Mind Frame, so now you're going to try to knock some out the other legs. That'll knock a few out, hopefully. There you get to the third leg here, Cogburn, and this was a huge one. This also cashed the early pick 5 races 1 through 5. So if you had the Rockets or the betting Bible, you got that pick 5 here. It ends with Cogburn. We needed that one because, again, we needed some prices. And you see, now it was a $96 ticket on the 1 through 5. Pays $234.54. Nothing to write home about, but a nice way to get it going. So 3 for 3, our shortest leg, other than the single, was this one, 7, 9, and 10. Really probably only needed the 7 and the 10. They kind of dominated this race again. Bava gets it done. This was a favorite. So you got 2 favorites, 2 a little bit of a longer prices, 3, 6, 8, 11 to close it. Got the better of the 2, the better of the second of the 3 Chad Brown horses in as far as payout goes here. We went 3, 6, 8, 11. All the Chad Brown horses, we kind of thought better play them all. And Chili Flag gets it done. Another kind of middle price horse. So I thought this payout was excellent. You go down here, 687.86 on a $96 ticket. You had 2 favorites win, including the huge favorite that I'm sure a lot of you singled. And then you kind of had 2 middle prices. Well, really 3 middle prices. So $96, 687.60. So about $591 there on the profit, and then a little over $100 on the early pick 5. So, if you played the pick 5s, you're funded for the rest of the day plus some. You've already got a profit after the first 2 on Kentucky Derby Saturday. So that was nice. It was very nice because we didn't hit another one on this card after that. So good deal to get that home early and make that profit. So tale of 2 things, right? I mean, ultimate heartbreak where $10,000, $11,000, $12,000 was sitting there, and you're alive and you're deep in the leg and you still lose it. And then a fairly easy one here where it was just kind of a matter of, the horses did what you thought they were going to do, pretty easy, and you get a little bit of a score. So, all right, well, That'll do it for this week's Rockets Hits and Heartbreaks. We'll be back next week talking a little bit more. I'd say Belmont at the Big A will be a big focus this week. As long as Churchill Downs again, they'll be back Thursday through Sunday. So a lot going on with the Rockets as always. All right, guys, thanks everybody for watching, and we'll see you back here next week.